So welcome back to my little office. Although I am retired from the trade and still advising eco cars and reflex auctioneering, I've still got quite a strong interest in auctions. And after my live stream last week at a BCA sale, I thought I'd introduce you to two other sales that I used to use and eco cars still use. One is Fleet Auction Group, based down in Colville in Leicestershire, near where I used to live, which is strictly trade only. And the other one is Shoreham, one of my favourite auctions on the south coast. So just going to edit together some of the cars that have gone through, because they're not all together, they're mixed in with other dirty diesels and petrols and plug-in hybrids and hybrids. But you can see how much they're actually going to fetch, and whether they're selling, going over cap or under cap clean, etc, etc, because we want you to still see that eco cars is totally 100% transparent, and this is the buying process, and I know you guys really like to see what goes on. So hope you enjoy the video. If it's a bit bitty and bobby, that's just because I'm not very good at editing, but either way, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll sort of sum up at the end. So here are some of the vehicles today, the 5th of October. So the first one is lot 29, we've got an ID3. Lot 33 is a long range Model 3. Lot 44 is another long range Model 3 in the grey. That's on a 20 plate. So you get all the details. And then lot 64 is a Combi Vivaro Life. So it's the combi van with seats and windows in. There's two of them. There's also a Kona Ultimate and a Kona Connect and an MGZS, and then these are next week. So nice small selection at Fleet Auction Group today. So let's see how we get on.
29 then, and behind that is the Volkswagen ID3 Life. 22 on the 22 play then, done 21,000 miles, grade 1 vehicle, directed
Grade
GKL,
1, nice.
qualified 17.8. 17,000.
So cap average is 18.1.
17,800 divided by 9, straight into 17.9. 17,900 divided by 17.9 to bid at 18. 18,000 divided by 18,000 divided by 1. 18.1 the bid at 1 to bid at 18.1. Grade 1 vehicle then at 18.1. 18,100 divided by 18.1. Submitting money makes then at 18.1. 2. 18.2. 18,200 divided by 18.2. 18.3. 18.3.
Cap clean is 19.3, and this is clean.
1,000 miles on the 22 plate then at 18.3.
Nice miles.
18,300 divided by 18.3. Any more than at 18,000.
So still £1,000
right to the radar then at 18,300 divided by 18.3. Once, twice, at 18.3 we'll ask.
So did you get that? So didn't sell. He's going to ask the vendor whether they'll take 18.3 for it. So here we go, lot 33.
33 behind, 33, that is the Tesla Model 3 long range. 20 on the 70 plate then, done 29,000 miles, 29,000 miles, direct in from GKL. Where did you see this one, Adam? 24,000 pounds.
So cap clean is 26.7.
24,000 bid at 24, 24,000 bid at 1, 24,1. 24,100 divided by 24, 1 to bid at 2, 24, 2 to bid at 2 to bid at 24,000, 200 divided by 24, 2, at 24, 2, long range then at 24, 3, 24, 3, 24,300 divided by 3 to bid at 24,000.
It's a grade 3, so it needs a bit of work.
29,000 miles on the 70 plate then at 24, 3, 24,300 divided by 24, 3, clean car then at 24, 3. 24,300 divided by 24.3, and right to the nadar then at 24,300 divided by 24.3 once, twice, at 24.3 provisional. 34.
So it's about £1,000 behind what it should be. So again, provisional.
Lot 44, the Model 3 long range.
Model 3 long range in the grey, done 40. Cap clean is 24.9.
40,000 miles. The youth of today, honestly. 40,000 mile direct out of GKL.
So that's a leasing
Tell you what,
company.
let's try and get a bid today. £20,500. Come on. 20,500 now, but a 20,506. 6 the bid now, but a 6 now, but a 6 now, but a 7. 20,007, 8. 20,008 the bid now, but a 9 now, but 20,001. 1 the bid now, but a 21,1.
Model 3 long
21,
range.
1 the long range now, but a 2. 21, 2 the bid now, but a 2 now, but a 3 now, but a 3 now, but a 3 now, but a 4.
And all the blur
21, 4. 21, 5. 21, 5. 21, 6. It's very, very provisional 7.
Yeah,
21, 7. 21, 7. We do enough. 21,700 a bid now, but a 21,800. £21,800. 21,800
Very
now, but a
provisional, I would have
21,800.
said.
At £21,800, the name goes down. 21,900.
This will be going through next week, I think.
£22,000 now, but a £22,000. They'll be putting him to bed. £22,000 a bid now, but a 22 now, but a £22,000. Holding that bid provisionally then at 22,000 once.
Yeah.
22 twice.
So it should be
45 there,
24. So basically, yeah, they're not fetching now. Well, that's because there's a glut of Model 3 in the market. I don't know. So this is my good friends at Shoreham Auctions. Now, these are one of the few auctions that still have physical sales. So you'll see dealers walking around the cars, and they'll be sitting in the seats just here. And that's where I stood and pretended to be an auctioneer in my Shoreham video. And I'll put a link up at the end and also above now as well. But I think
125 for the Yomis Group Honda Civic.
Michael and his assistant are on the rostrum today. But our first lot we're going to look at is lot 208, and we're at lot 125. So there's a few to go. So what we basically do is look at the list. So they go up numerically, but then they'll take a big jump. So you've got lot 132, then lot 151, and it goes to lot 153, then jumps to lot 201. So several reasons for this, but basically they're not numerical. Well, they are numerical, but they don't go in order. So if you look, we're going to have a look at lot 208, which is on the next page, which is a Mercedes-Benz EQC. And then lot 214, there's a Tesla Model 3, and lot 217. So basically you've just got to pick. So this is what often I have to do is watch this auction at the same time as watching the auction at Fleet Auction Group. So you just flick between the two if you've got several cars to look at and try and buy for customers. But yeah, I like Shoreham. Their descriptions are always really, really good. So the next lot we're looking at is lot 64 at Fleet, but at the same time we're waiting for something at Shoreham. So this is sometimes the difficulty we have. Now for some reason his microphone's no longer working. Don't quite know why. But anyway, we don't need his sound on. So it's a 23 plate Vauxhall Vivaro, it's the one with seats in, it's the combi van. Done 2,000 miles. It's an ex-Motability vehicle, so it could have a little bit of wear and tear, although it's showing grade 1. Should be cap clean 23,350, and it's now at 21,200, as you can see. So yeah, interesting vehicle. I think this is the 50 kilowatt hour sized battery. Bit at 21C, he's got the hammer up. See if his sound comes back on. Excuse me. 21.7, so it's still way under. The cap average is 22. It's grade 1. I'd love to hear what he's saying. For some reason the sound's not coming on. So these are just online bidders. So it's at 21.9. Oh, hammer's come down. Sold 21.8. That was a cheap people carrier. So then what you got to do then is flick back to another auction because we want lot 208, which is the next one. So there's Michael doing his thing. So we'll just wait here. So 208 is in 2 cars time, and back at Fleet Auction Group, our next one is lot 94, which is in 30 cars time. So we'll stick with Shoreham for now. We're waiting for 208. So I can see them coming up on all lots here. So I'll just click on current lot to see the current car that's going through. Obviously you can look at the descriptions before you bid. You do your bit of homework. This is often why I like to leave proxy bids, i.e. the maximum you'll pay for a vehicle. And then it saves you having to flick between 2 auctions and run the risk of not catching it to bid live. And over the years, to be honest, I've not found it makes any difference. So if you just put your maximum bid in, often you'll get it cheaper than you expected. So that's what I've done over the years. It's the most effective way of buying it. Is just leave a proxy bid, and you don't run the risk of losing a car. Lot 208. Let's have a listen. Turn the volume on. Porterfield.
Both charging cables in there as well with it. It is the electric.
80 kilowatt hour, 15,000 miles, 70 plate, EQC.
Tell me.
It should be 38.6. They're not falling over themselves, are they? Come on, Michael, do your thing.
Tell me, gentlemen, is it £38,000? 80 kilowatt hour, £38,000.
Should be. Oh, 37.1. Someone's put a cheeky bid in. See what he says.
38,000 anywhere. Oh, let's know who's in at 37. Let's go 36.
Oh, right, okay. So he's lowering the price to get some interest. Someone's actually bid 35.9. £35,000. Oh, he's even lower.
I will submit that online at £35,000.
Right, so
it is provisional online at £35,000.
So you're getting on for nearly 3 grand under what it should be.
It's okay. It's right. 35.2 the whole. All right. 35.2 the whole. 35.3. 35.4.
So it's now online bidder and somebody in the hall.
35.4. 35.5. 35.6.
That's a lot of car.
35.7.
AMG line premium.
35.7. Says no, then at 35.7.
X vehicle contract.
£35,700 the online bid away. 35.8.
Provisional.
35.9. Thank you for the first, second, third and last. 35.9.
So that will
we
be
go 209.
provisional. I think there's another one coming up, which is lot 214. But let's just flick back to Fleet Auction Group in Coalville, and we're still waiting for lot 94. I've got quite a few to wait yet. And again, similar sort of format. So lot 94 is quite a few to go. Is another Vauxhall Vivaro electric, the people carrier. So just watch them go through. So let's go back to Fleet. No, let's go back to Shoreham. See how easily confused I get. There we go. And we're after 214, which is after this Alfa Romeo that's coming. So the car's due to be sold. I'll pop up at the bottom just to give you some idea. Here's an interesting one. Dealer direct Audi Q2 automatic diesel, 37,000 miles, not warranted.
£10,000.
No V5, management light on. 10 grand.
Final time.
It's 6 grand under book
10,000.
because nobody wants it.
213.
Unless it's silly cheap. So next car.
204 Tesla Model 1 long range. The all-wheel drive 2272, 8,000 miles.
There you go.
Spare key. Lob it with me. I do have a bid from the last week. I'm in at 30. I am in at £37,500.
Oh, 37. It should be 38.2. Or it should be 39 cap clean. You'll see these on Tesla's website for around 49.
37.9. £38,000. I am out at 38.
So
£38,000.
a good 10 grand cheaper than buy from Tesla.
At £38,000. It's online. It's provisional. I'm out. You're in.
Provisional.
£38,000, but I now but a £38,000, but I now but a 38. £38,000 provisionally for the first, second, third and final time. £38,000 online.
So that's not sold, so it could be re-entered next week. We've got lot 217 coming up in a minute. So here we go, 217, Model 3 long range, 40,000 miles. Oh, they're just getting their lot sorted out. There we go, lot 217.
Tesla Model 3 long range, all-wheel drive, 2020, 40,000 miles, couple of charging cables there, both of them. Lomba give me.
Cap clean 25.
Zenith vehicle contracts. £23,000.
Ooh.
turn that down at 23.
I bet you will.
I've had more than that bid, gentlemen. It's £23,000 a ring. I've turned down more. I've turned last week 23.5. I'll submit 23,000. Thank you. 23.
That's
£23,000 is provisional. They want
waving his catalogue.
£23,000 but once, twice, third and final time. 23.
Provisional.
218 from me.
So still sticking from last week. Lot 219.
Model 3, standard range plus 2070, 10,000 miles.
Standard range.
Charging cable, spare key.
9,000
Got the
miles.
logbook.
Qualifying car, which means VAT is included in the hammer price, for those that don't know. So cap clean is 24.8.
£23,500.
Is
Turned again, they've turned down a bit more
average.
than that. We'll submit 23.5. £23,500 we will submit.
So these are Zenith vehicle contracts, ex-business contract
23.5,
hire.
thank you, 23.5. 23,005. 23,500 pound, but I'm now at 23.5, but I'm now at 23.5. 23.5. 23,500 pound, but I'm now at 23.5, but
It's a
all done,
lot
but
of
I'm
car
now
for
at
that. It's the
23.5, but I'm now
standard
at
range though. I
23.5,
think
but
that
I'm
puts a
now
lot
at
of buyers off.
twice, then last, 23.5.
Yeah, not
There
so.
we go, lot 220, Darren.
So the next car through is a BMW i3S. I really like these, but they're hard to quantify because of the spec.
22 to 7,000 miles. 18.8.
So cap is just over 20. 70 plate, 7,000 miles.
Twice, then last 19.
No,
Lot
it did sell.
226, Golf Live, Darren from Avis, 2121.
So just goes to show that sometimes the spec is difficult to put a price on, and BMW buyers are always really fussy about spec, particularly on the i3.
Tesla Model 3, the performance all-wheel drive, 20 on the
Performance
17.
Model
Spare
3, 20,000 miles, 70 plate. These really fly. My mate James used to have one of these. Cap clean is 29,650.
£28,000.
Not surprised. That should sell, I think. If it gets
7.
all right, he's not going to bid yet.
£27,000 we pass it out. £27,000
Yeah.
generate yes or no, then a
Tell you what, folks, now is the time to buy a Model 3 performance.
Lot 2 Birdie for the Taste Group, end of sale
Yeah.
trial with additional fee, Miss A.
Didn't sell. That's a lot of car for £28,000.
38 and Model 3, standard range plus 20 on the 70, 21,000 miles. I have bids from last Thursday at £22,000.
This should be 23.
£22,000. 22.1, 22.2, 22.3, 22.4, 22.5 and I'm out. 22.5 I'm out right now, but a £22,500 but a once, twice,
No.
then last 8, 22.5.
So provisional again.
Lot 239, Darren.
43, the Audi e-tron Black Edition, the Q, the 50 Quattro, 22, 8,500 miles. Got the logbook.
71 kilowatt hour.
Vehicle contracts, £38,000.
Should be 39.6.
37 away now, but a 30 bit, 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 a 37,000. £37,000. We're going to hold money now, but a £37,000. £37,000 money now, but a 37.1, 37.1, 37.1, 37.1, 37.2, 37.2, 37.3, 37.4. It's still provisional now, but a 37.4. £37,400 money now, but a 37.4, 37.5, 37.5. 37.5 and right now provision 37.5. It's an 08, 37.5 online once, twice, then last.
So still £1,000 under what it should have been. So yeah, and in fact, to be honest, nothing is selling. And sometimes we see that this time of year, you know, and current news and cost of living, and it just slowing things up a little bit with regard to demand. Let's flick back to Colville. We're looking for lot 94. Is lot 92 coming? Just down here. So I'm going to flick back down south. And the next one we're after is lot 252. 252 is a old Tesla Model 3, I think. Yeah. And we've got 257 to look at. Another Tesla. 311. 311 is a Renault Zoe, and then 330, which is right at the end, more or less, is another Zoe. So a few more different models to wait for.
Vivaro 𝐒 Combi.
So here's the Vivaro, lot 94.
19,000 mile, 19,000 mile there then. Issue to 13, all
Grade
electric
4.
Vivaro. All electric Vivaro there then. And automatic. Automatic as well then ready to go. 16, and we go for 16,000. 16,000 pound.
Averages, cap average is 18, but this is bashed up. I had a look at the report. It's got a lot of damage on it.
16,2 for 3, 16,003 for 16,3 for 16,3, 4 for the bid for 16,4, 4 the bid for 16,000, 4 for 16,4 for 16,004, 5 the bid, 16,5, hammers up then,
Hammers up, all this will be cheap.
16,000 market amount told to sell, that's
Oh,
16,000
that's cheap.
amount, 16,5 for 16,6, 16,6, 16,000.
That's a really good workhorse, that is, for the school run.
16,000, 6 for the 16,6, 7,
If you didn't mind it being a bit rough and ready,
16,8. 16,8, 16,8,
full damage report is on this.
16,800.
That is cheap.
16,800, 16,8, but away we go for 16,9. 17, 17,
Yeah,
17,000, 17,000 pound, 17,1, 1 for 17,1.
Still £1,500 cheaper than average condition. This is below average.
72, 72 the bid 3, 17,4, 17,4. 17,004.
So you just got to ask yourself the question, am I willing to put up with some scuffs and some damage to the interior trim? It's still a working vehicle.
Away we go there, now 76.
I think you'll sell this.
77.
Hammer will come down on that.
77 the bid, 77. 17,7 the bid, but 17,7. Last up there then, last call 8. 17,8, look sharp that I'm in 17,8. But away we go there now to 17,8, Alden and Shaw. Last look, then last call 17,008. 95.
Nice. That was a cheap van. So here we go, back at Shoreham. I've got another Tesla, lot 257 to look at, but also want to see lot 102, which is coming up in 3 cars' time. So again, you just got to flick between the 2 sales to catch the cars that you want to bid on. Guess what's through next?
257.
Tesla Model 3 standard range, white, done 28 on a 70 plate.
257 is the Tesla Model 3, £22,000.
Should be
Online
23.1.
Online at 22, but a 22, but a 22, but a 22. At £22,000.
That
at
is
£22,000
good value.
22. 22.1 the whole. 22.2.
Still not seen one
3,
sold yet this morning.
4. No. 22.4. Thank you. Online then at 22.4, but a once, twice. Third and final time at 22.4.
Not sold.
Kona Ultimate EV then, 23 on the 72,
Kona.
16,000 miles. 16,000 miles there then. Issued a 13,
The Ultimate, the top spec, 16,000 miles, 72 plate, should be 21.9.
Kona EV. 18.1. 18,001 straight in. 18.1.
That's cheap for 72 plate.
18,002, number 18.3.
Grade 4, so it's again X-Motability, so it's got a bit of damage.
Number 5, 18.5, 18.5. Hammers up bits here, then number 18.5. Any more
It's
there,
going to
number
sell.
18.5. 18,500, number 18,500, 18,500, 18,500 bid. 23 on the 72. 18,500 about.
£1,500 under what it should be.
18,500 about. At 18,500 about 18,500, 18,500. Selling away there then now. Last look, last call. 18,005. 103.
18.5, that was cheap. Don't forget there is auction fees as well to go on top. Renault Zoe.
311 a Zoe. Business plus the rapid charge, the 50 kilowatt hour. 21 on the 70.
So this is like a van.
Miles. Car drive van. Spare key. Charging cable as well, type 2 cable.
So no rear seats. This is like a van version of the Zoe. 50 kilowatt with rapid charge.
50 kilowatt hour. Renault Zoe I Business Plus rapid charge. £8,000.
Cheap. Now this is commercial because it's classed as a van. It's plus VAT on the hammer. It's classed as commercial VAT.
The start. 7 bid. Thank you. 7 on bid.
So it should
71,
be 8.5
72,
plus VAT
73. 74.
because it's a commercial vehicle.
74 but a 74. at 7,004 to bid, at £7,400 only, at £7,400 by now, but a 7 bid, a 7 bid, a 7 bid, a 7,400, 7,004. We're away then, gentlemen. We're selling away then at £7,400, but we're selling away at 74. That's £7,400 sold away, provision now, but a 74. £7,400, but I'm now, but a 74 for the first. £7,400, but I'm now, but a second, third, and final time. It's in the whole provision selling at 74.
Provisional at 74. I think it might go for that. Interesting.
6.
Last one of the day from Shoreham.
30, Renault Zoe iconic, the auto electric, 2070 plate.
This is the car.
31,000 miler, type 2 cable we have.
It
9 to get us underway today.
It's got rapid charging. It's the Ionic. It's the
Online
base
at 9.
model.
9,001 in the hall,
So
9,2 in the
no
hall,
CCS
9,3 hall,
charging.
4 hall, 9,5 in the hall, 9,6 in the hall, 7 hall, 9,8, 9,9, 10 bid.
Well, this is a bit bonkers. This should be 9 cap
10
clean.
2 to my left and selling.
Yeah, I'm not
10
surprised.
second.
Now, has some dealer not realised that's been sold for 10.2? Some dealer did not realise that did not have rapid charging. Still a good car, but everybody tends to want CCS rapid charging on their Zoes. So thank you, Shoreham. That's the end of their lots. Now let's just flick back to Coalville and wait for one of our final lots to come through. So just looking through the catalogue at Shoreham, you can see all of these cars that have gone through, all showing, most are showing provisional. There's 1 or 2 that are sold later on in the sale. I was just looking at the Renault Zoe. The van went provisional. And then we've just watched the 19 plate. No, it's a Clio. Where is it? Lot 330. Next page. There we go. So the Zoe we've just watched did actually sell, although the hammer didn't come down. It was sold, and I'm not surprised at over £1,000 over what it should have been. So seems to be EVs are selling, and they've sold today at auction with Shoreham. So just to give you an example, here's another Kona coming through, an SE Connect. It's the facelift model on a 23 plate. Done just, wait for it folks, 136 miles. So this will be a Motability vehicle that's been returned. So Motability is a government-run scheme where people with disabilities or needs or a member of their family, they can qualify for a vehicle. And for whatever reason, they can get returned early back to Motability and they go straight for sale at an auction. So there's all the details of the car, and here's what everyone wants to look at is the damage report. So a lot of these cars will have adaptations, and just clicking on here, fascia trim. So this is in the boot area. See some holes here and in the rear tray, and in the carpet there's some holes. Now what this will have been is some lift or hoist to be used to swing in a wheelchair, for instance. So they will have been adapted by Motability for a Motability customer, but obviously things will be damaged in the boot area if there's been a lift fitted, which has been removed. Parcel shelf is missing. Again, sometimes it's put somewhere and the person that's leased it has forgotten where it's gone. So you do get to see what the damage is. And here is, what's that described as? Let's just have a look. Hold over 3 mil, replace. Oh, the hole there. So again, some part of the bracketry to hold a chair lift or a wheelchair hoist has been removed, but they're just letting you know what the boot area is like. So for a 23 plate car that's got just, what was it, 136 miles on the clock, if you're not too fussed about some holes in the carpet, you're gonna get an absolute bargain. And obviously the whole car will still be under warranty. There you go, there's the mileage there. Total miles 136. So it's been adapted, and for whatever reason it's been returned. So you can got a picture there. Batteries at 17% with 30 miles range. So yeah, it's for all intents and purposes a brand new car. So let's see what this fetches. So here we go.
4, Kona, 𝐔𝐘𝐒,
136 miles.
136 miles only. 16. 16 down a
23 plate. So you've seen the condition report. You've seen the condition report. It's had a wheelchair lift hoist in the boot.
136 miles.
Yeah.
16 down
It's a brand new car, folks.
16 down and bound. 16 down and bound. Once. One. Sitting, sitting, one. On sale.
Oh my word. Oh my, that myself. Oh. Wow, that's cheap.
Once, twice, 16.3.
16.3 for a brand new car. That was the bargain of the day. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Two of my favourite auction houses today, Shoreham and Fleet Auction Group. So not an awful lot selling, but your name does go down on the sheet, and there'll be a phone call afterwards. You know, you're about £500-600 short, and then we can then contact you, who's got a bid on the car, to say, look, you know, they want another £500-600, and then you can say yes or no, and then we can enter into another little negotiation with the auction house. Just remember as well, the auction house is acting on the instruction of the vendor, the seller. So that's the leasing company or Motability Finance. So it's not always down to the auction house as to when they bring the hammer down. They're acting on the instructions of the vendor. Now, the vendor is very often at the auction, at the side of the auctioneer, to say yes or no to a certain car that's not hit what they're expecting. Or they'll be on the phone. Just bear in mind, so say for instance, Motability have got, I don't know, 50 cars going through a sale. They will have a figure what those 50 cars owe them and what they want to get back. So some vehicles they may allow to go for under cap average or cap clean, and because a number of cars have gone over what they're expecting. So they're basically keeping a constant running tally as to what they need to get that day to liquidate that stock, that asset of vehicles back into cash. And so that's why you get a decision from the vendor. Now, very often when it goes to provisional, it basically means they're waiting for the end of the sale for the vendor to look at all the figures and go, do you know what? We're about £10,000 in hand. We're getting, just for instance, we're getting £10,000 more than we thought we were going to get overall. So let's let those few that were £200 or £300 cheaper or undervalued, just let them get them gone so we can liquidate the stock. So very often the vendor will come back at the end of the sale to say yes or no. Or, as in the case of the Teslas at Shoreham, if they don't get anywhere near what they want, it'll just roll over to next week and next week. And then again, as you can appreciate, after X amount of times of going through a sale, the vendor will go, well, do you know what? We're perhaps going to have to take a hit on these Tesla Model 3s because the market is doing what it's doing. We're not getting anywhere near. With each subsequent passing week, they're devaluing even more. So let's just get rid. Let's just sell them for the highest amount we can get. That's when you can pick up a bargain. But anyway, do your research. We always do the research for you. That's part of the search fee. Send you a condition report so you know all the scratches and the marks and the tyre tread depth. So do your research before, and then when it comes through on the day, we can leave a proxy bid. And if our staff have got time, they can actually video the sale for you as well. So I hope you find it interesting. If there's another sale coming up soon with just EVs, you know, back to back, I'll do a live stream like I did last week. But today it was a bit too bitty and bobby for that. So I've just compiled just the EVs that went through today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.